My name is Sophia Marie Harrington. I am a neurodivergent artist, spiritual teacher, self-love and trauma coach, musician, dancer, and New Earth guide. I have been creating content to serve the greater global community since the beginning of 2021. My experience as a teacher comes from living a hard life full of abuse, neglect, poverty, and abandonment. It was through these trials and tribulations that I have risen as the warrior that I am, here to lead, through God, by example. I've given up everything to do this work full time, and it means absolutely everything to me. I use these very experiences with hardships to inspire and guide those in my collective, and I'm excited to say that I'm expanding to serve an even wider group of people throughout the world, as well as dive deeper into my creative projects and channeled ideas. Thus, I need your help to bring it all to fruition. Doing this work is my full-time job, and that is because I'm a servant of God, here to uplift the collective and help us move through the tough times we are in by keeping us inspired, hopeful, and healthy, both mentally and emotionally. I am being guided to pursue more of my creative passions, including a story I am channeling and illustrating, a community network for this New Earth awakening to keep us all connected all over the world, as well as projects surrounding music, art, and mental health. In addition to these passion projects, I want to invest in new equipment such as mics and cameras, as I have been using a regular smartphone and cheap external mic for the 4 years I have been doing this work. This is not just a hobby, this is my entire life, and I'm ready to be supported in this work, as it is God's work. I'm starting a crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe to raise funds to support this work and these new ideas I am channeling for the greater collective. These funds will also allow me to eat, pay rent, and care for myself as I dive into these projects. So this is a really important message, as well as a reintroduction. I've been doing this work for a long time, and during this time I have deconstructed myself and reconstructed. Others might say that I have died and been reborn from the ashes. The past 4 years has absolutely shaped me as a human, starting with the pandemic 5 years ago, but culminating during the first winter after I met my father for the first time, which was an important part of my soul growth and expansion. I started healing trauma immediately following that. I ended up hitting the deepest low point of my life and feeling suicidal because of the darkness I was reliving through that healing of that trauma during the first and most isolated winter of the pandemic. It was from that deepest, darkest place that I started my channel on YouTube in the early year of 2021. And that has carried me all the way to who I am today, who a lot of you guys know as Sophia Marie. I have felt disengaged from my last name and from my family at large, mostly because of all the family trauma. But I've been guided recently to claim that name again, to own it, just like I own every part of me, and to reintroduce myself to all of you. So, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. For those of you that have known me a while, for those of you that have been following my content for a while, you know that I pour my heart and soul into this work. I am ready to be supported in this work. It's taken a long time for me to finally feel worthy, to finally understand how important I really am, how important this work really is, how important this moment really is for the entire collective. This is a powerful moment of expansion and transformation on a global scale. Some of us are being encouraged to step out into the world to share more of ourselves and our gifts to help us move through these tough times, to find ease and grace and peace amidst the chaos. And I am one of those leaders. God's leaders, by whatever name you want to call. God is all around us. Doesn't really matter what name we want to call it. But I'm here to share myself with you, and especially over the next few weeks and months, I'm going to be running this campaign as an opportunity, guided by Spirit, to showcase more of myself, to be more honest, to be more raw, to be more real. And anybody who's been following me for a while knows that I'm already pretty freaking raw, pretty freaking real. So this is just an opportunity for me to be more of myself with myself, sharing my comedy. I write jokes. I haven't been sharing them. I am a painter. I'm a longtime artist, dancer, musician, and I have shared some of these things, but just the tip of the iceberg, just what I felt comfortable and safe to share in that particular moment. And it's been a huge expansion, especially this year, of me stepping out of the shadows in a lot of new capacities to share more of myself with you guys. But this is my opportunity to do that even more, to stretch even more, to give you permission to do the same in your own life, because we're all being encouraged to get bigger, louder, prouder, not from an ego-eccentric way. I love that, Spirit, thank you. Not from an ego-centered way, but from a spirit, soul, heart way, to let our true, authentic selves shine, not the part of us that our ego wants to show. If my channel were guided by my ego, it would be very different. I'd be working from a script. Aside from today, I never work from a script. I just let my mouth open and I let Spirit speak through me. I'm a channel, and I have a lot of spiritual gifts that are extremely overwhelming to carry. It's a burden. A lot of times when you're given gifts, it's extra responsibility. It's a feeling of overwhelm because you feel like you have to carry more than the average person. And I know some of you guys are going to understand that. I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, claircognizant, and clairsentient. I'm a medium. I'm an empath. And I experience a lot of deep, deep, deep emotion. I have future memories. I see into other dimensions. I have prophetic dreams. It's a lot. So I have to find avenues to move this energy through me by creating content like this, artwork, my channel drawings, as well as painting, dancing, singing, playing my handpan, playing my djembe, and soon when I have all the gear, writing songs again, because I'm a songwriter. I'm also a writer, a regular writer. I have a lot of gifts that I'm meant to share, and I've only cracked maybe 10%. It's just the tip of the iceberg right now that's showing. And I haven't even fully been able to acknowledge and admit to the depth of what I carry and I'm here to share. It scares me because I've been abused, I've been bullied, I've been taught that I wasn't good enough. And if you go back and watch my videos from 4 years ago, you're going to see a very, very, very different version of this person you see right here. One with almost no confidence. And I've had to work really hard to get here. And now it's time for me to start sharing more of myself. But in order to do that, I need your help. I need your help to invest in new things, to invest in this work. This is God's work. A lot of you understand about God's work, that when we tithe into it, when we contribute to God's work, it only gets bigger, it only gets more fruitful for not only the person we're contributing to, but for ourselves as well. It's something that continues to give, okay? So we're all being encouraged right now to step into our own power, to ask for what we need, to set intentions, to release the past, allow a new and beautiful self to be reimagined, to be reborn, but also to contribute to others' well-being. If you're anything like me, anytime somebody starts a crowdfunding campaign or goes after their dreams, you're the first person to donate, even if you only have a few dollars in the bank. This is because as souls, we've all signed up to assist each other on this journey. Some of us will just recognize each other immediately. And some of us will take a little bit more time to understand just how deep the connection really is. But for those of you that feel called to my energy, that feel drawn to me, that feel like Spirit has guided you to me, I've had a lot of you guys tell me this. This is a call to you specifically, to contribute to something that gives to you fruitfully, so that it can continue to give fruitfully in your life and also in everyone else's lives. Because right now, the divine God, the divine energies that we are surrounded by, God, Spirit, the universe, is picking up pace as well as the darkness, okay? There's always a balance, and I'm channeling all this right now, so I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm just letting the words come out. I'm also seeing a lot of visions that I'm trying to translate at the same time. There's a lot of energies, a lot of forces that are coming against us, while there's beautiful energies trying to lift us up. So we need to honor our leaders, we need to honor ourselves, we need to honor our intuition, and anything that helps us stay along the path, okay? It's also really important to know that you're only as powerful as you allow yourself to be. And if you've been, like me, bullied and abused and neglected, and you felt unworthy of receiving love, unworthy of being taken care of by the universe, if you felt like you had to do every single thing alone, that you've had to carry much more than your share of the burden of being human, then you could understand how difficult it might be to hear from God that you actually are meant to be taken care of by the universe. You are actually meant to ask for what you need, and you will receive it. All it takes is me believing that this is possible for me to achieve it. But it's going to take time and an allowing of myself to unravel these old layers of conditioning, the grief, the trauma. And that's what I'm moving through right now. And you're going to witness this over the next few weeks and months as I move through this campaign. It's not just about accruing a certain amount of money to make my dreams come true. It's also about becoming the person that I'm meant to become. The kind of person that can stand up in front of a group of people and say without blinking an eye that I am powerful, that I'm important, that I matter, that I'm worthy of love. These are not things I have been taught are safe to say or feel or think. So you're going to watch me grow through this experience, and I feel like it's also an opportunity for other people to see what it's like to move through this type of experience. Not everybody's going to understand why it would be so difficult for someone like me to do this, but it is. Or it was. It's already easier. In any case, I'm reintroducing myself to the entire world because it's time to make my debut, I'm hearing. And it's time for you to step out of the shadows and really honor yourself as well. I am merely a mirror of you, Spirit says. I am merely a mirror of you. Whatever you see in me, whether it's something you don't like or something you do like, is actually just mirroring something in yourself that you need to see. So, whatever it is that you see, just know that it's a reflection of yourself. And even if it's something you don't like, please know that you are beautiful and amazing, that you are here for a purpose, that you are powerful, and that everything that you do has an impact, whether positive or negative. Be mindful of how you carry yourself. Be mindful of how you move. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself, about yourself, and how you treat others. All of these things are going to compile this composite version of you in this particular moment, how the world receives you and how you are received. Spirit's reminding me of a revelation I came across yesterday in doing this work, this campaign specifically. A realization that the only thing standing in my way of achieving my goals and much, much, much further is my own vibration. And when I decide that I am vibrating, that I am worthy of vibrating at my highest vibration, I'm going to call in all the help, all the people that I need. It's just a matter of faith. It's just a matter of commitment. It's just a matter of dedication and discipline. And I recognize that not all of those things are easily come by. And they've certainly taken me a lot of work to get here. 10 years of hardcore self-love and examination. I've been working tirelessly for so long. This Christmas remains unknown, but up until this past Christmas, I think I've spent every single Christmas alone for 5 years. And most of my birthdays and most of the other holidays too. I've been doing this alone. Even if God was with me, in the physical sense, it's been a very lonely journey. And part of my job now is to also allow other people into my life again. And this crowdfunding campaign is definitely going to give me the opportunity to meet some new people. There are going to be gifts and offerings that I give back to you, including a Zoom Live I'm doing on February 22nd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be at least 60 minutes, if not longer. It's just going to be an opportunity for us to get together and talk about what this crazy life is like, to have a few people ask questions, and to just keep each other company, to share the journey. A lot of you guys are on the journey of ascension and spiritual awakening, ego death, and you're alone as well. So that's something to look forward to. But in addition to that, I have 10-minute pre-recorded readings I'm offering, also face-to-face readings, my channel drawings as mentioned. I'm an oil painter. I'm going to start sharing more visuals of these, but you can go to my website, sacredmuseproject.com, and find some channel drawings that you can look through. But there are other opportunities to connect and to exchange energy, because when we exchange energy with each other, even just through a video like this, it activates us. It activates something inside of us that was dormant potentially, or just needed a little energy, a little boost. So that's why I get on here all the time, and I'm going to be getting on here a lot more as the days progress. We're heading into the solstice, we're heading into Christmas, we're heading into the new year, and of course I'm working on this bigger project of raising funds to honor this work and value myself. For the first time ever, I might add. It's taken me a long time to get to a place where I felt worthy of doing this. But it's all part of the journey. And just don't forget that every time you find a setback in your journey, it's only because there's work to be done on yourself. It's not going to be fun, but it will be worth it. And I can look back on who I was 4 years ago versus the person I am now and feel it wildly accomplished. Wildly. And again, go back and look. You're going to be shocked. But in any case, I hope you can contribute in whatever way feels right for you. You don't have to contribute through GoFundMe. You can also join us on Patreon. I'll put the links in the description box. You can also contribute through one of the other donation links on my website, again, sacredmuseproject.com. You can also offer super thanks or join as a member on YouTube. There are a lot of different ways to contribute to this work, including liking, sharing, subscribing, following, and commenting, which I always advise you do. If to any creator, if you appreciate what they do, give back. Even if it's just to say thank you, even if it's just to put a little heart there, okay? Because we can't do this without you. I was in a dark room alone doing this work for 2 years without pretty much anybody showing up to say thank you or appreciate me. And I still showed up for the project because I knew it was divinely guided. And I'm telling you though, it wasn't easy. And a lot of people would have given up a lot sooner. I didn't start getting any kind of movement in this direction until, gosh, a year and a half ago, if even. So we're coming up on 4 years in just about a month or so, and 2 years of doing this completely alone and in the dark. I'm telling you, most people would have given up. I'm telling you this so that you don't give up when you are the one feeling unappreciated for your work. It was an opportunity for me to work on me. And that's the version of me that you are meeting today. A very different version that had to go through hell and back multiple times, on so many occasions. But it was worth it, because now I get to teach and lead and also live my dreams, which I'm only just scratching the surface now. But I am a creative well, just waiting to bless everyone around me with my gifts, because they were given to me by God and they were given to me for a reason. And a lot of you are the same way. It's time to share your gifts, all right? It's time to step out of the shadows and share who you are with the world. All right? I fucking love you. Keep going. You're amazing. I'll see you soon.